Alright guys, how's it going?
Hi everyone.
I'm Chris.
I'm Bex.
We are the Nomadic Crobot, aren't we? Bit of a funny episode this time. It's sort of odds and sods, bits and bobs of sort of all things going on the boat.
There is, like, lots of little things to kind of work on or to finish off. So it's a bit of a pick and mix for you guys.
We've literally started doing work on the hatches. Bex has started the toilet. I've started the water tank. I've started half fixing the leak. So it's just bits and bobs. So if you've been watching all the previous episodes, it should all tie in pretty nicely. But if you're new here, it's just going to be a bloody mess. We'll try and make it as entertaining as possible. So what have you got to get on with today?
So I'm in the middle of building our compost toilet. I've had a few more parts arrive, so I'm going to carry on cracking on with that, see how far I can get. And another exciting thing for today, we're moving about 3 metres that way. Basically so that we can have better access to the hatch on this side of the boat, so we can attach the wooden inlays into the hatch itself.
Okay, so a little up to date with our hatches, guys. This was meant to take me 1 episode. It's now, I think, taken 5. So yeah, we decided that we needed to take our rotten hatches off and replace them with lovely new ones. So we finally got them off, scraped off all the horrible rust, treated the steel with the aqua steel, the rust repellent. Now things started to get a little bit messy because the original doors had actually been screwed in and welded to the steel door. Now we thought we could use this in our favour by cutting the head of the little screw head off, drilling holes halfway through our new pieces of wood that would cleverly line up with these little knobbly bits, and then lay them cleverly over the knobbly bits. Voila! We did forget to mention that our hatch doors are struggling to shut fully. Now this was the test run without the adhesive on, and we have already managed to do 1 hatch. Now onto the most awkward hatch of the bunch. There are a lot of spiders that collect up around here at the moment. Bloody terrifying. Getting used to the little ones. I think the little spiders are quite sweet actually. It's the big ones that scare me. Ones with a big bulbous bum. Okay. This is the hatch which is going to be the most problematic out of all of them, because it doesn't fully, you see it's in, but then as I pull it, if you look at the bottom there, that's as far as it goes at the moment, and the top as well. That will sit in there a little bit further because we've got these knoggly bits, as you can see here, which we've been putting them over, and we've got some holes in here. For months now we've been trying to work out where the hatches are getting caught on. And if you look here, that's the same thickness as our hatch. So we didn't know if the hatches were getting caught in here, we didn't know if they were getting caught up here, down the bottom. It was all quite a tricky process. But then the other day when I came in, if you get this little bit, which is exactly the same thickness, and you put it in there, it doesn't get caught on nothing. Can you see that? Doesn't get caught on anything. Can you see? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So if that's not getting caught on anything, if that just slides in like that, freely as well, it's not even getting stuck the tiniest of bits, is it? Where's it getting caught on?
It might just be that we need to hammer the board down so it's much more tight against this, because at the minute it's sitting quite proud.
Yeah.
So I reckon that's the first port of call.
Shall we move the boat over to the other side? Yeah. Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's do that then, and then we can work on that. So, exit the vessel, extract all energy coming into said vessel, grab these mooring pins so we can tie the boat to the other side. I might start getting these ropes off. And we're just going to pull the boat over to this area once I've got this in, and hopefully that should make getting to this hatch a lot easier. Oh God! I don't think I've tied them right. It's just sort of a quick moment of panic and you just quickly tie them up. I think it will do for now. So there was still quite a big gap here from all the weeds, but we managed to put our plank down and it kind of helped. And you've seen this before, so we're going to do this very quick, guys. Exactly like the Maverick. So with our adhesive ready to dry any second, we had to get the clamps on fast. But then a distressed pedestrian.
Do you have such a thing as a handle for the lock gun? because some idiots left one of the doors open on the gate.
Oh,
and
God.
pouring through.
Disaster calls at the worst moment. Panic had settled in. Quickly get this done and then run to the rescue. Someone had left the paddle open on our local lock. Okay, we've been called out for an emergency to save the lock. Someone's left one of the little paddles open. Time for the Crow to take charge. Eaton Soken's hero, just like new. I think you need to be awarded something.
Cup of tea. Yay!
I was the cameraman, so I don't really do much, did I? To be honest, I was too busy worrying about my Perflex drying up. Back to something more important. Perflex. You want to shake the bottle first? Okay. So just get this on and then we'll move the boat back over and get it away from this sort of public footpath. You don't want to be getting that in the eye. And yes, I know they're a bit long. Well done. Look at her go. Even the ducks are cheering. Bless you.
Thank you.
So leave these on overnight. I think it says sort of 24 hours though. We took them off after about 15, I think. And this was the start of a very special relationship between us and 8 ducks. So a quick up-to-date on Becca's amazing DIY toilet. And we were told by one of our viewers in the comments that they're not actually called compost loos. They're called dry loos. So yeah, there you go. So I think the next step is sort of trying to work out in the bathroom here how we're going to fit it in and where we're going to fit it in, because I think Becca's idea is to get it in underneath the gunnel. I mean, just a little bit. What's going on here?
So I'm going to utilise this extra bit of space that's under the gunnels and increase the size of the bathroom a bit by taking these boards out up to here. And obviously I'm now just taking the insulation out because it's not going to be required, or not as much as that. A bit of wood stuck into what looks like some sort of hole.
So yeah, I think Bex's idea is probably going to be to try and squeeze it in on the left here, so it just sort of sits underneath a bit. So my plan was to get into the gas locker and start derusting the bottom panel which the gas canisters sit on, because supposedly it won't pass its health and safety or gas safety or whatever if that bottom part is rusty in any way. So we're going to give it a scrape, we're going to give it a wire brush, we're going to get the Aquasteel on there, and then we're going to also get some of the 2-pack on there. But we're probably going to have to do it in 2 halves because otherwise we won't have gas for like a day. So again, another bloody job that will end up taking us like 2 or 3 weeks, and it's such a simple one this as well. Can you give me a hand disabling the old gas canisters out there so that I can start scraping half of it?
I can.
More's come off.
Down that side.
You've got to go back to go forward, haven't you, sometimes? We just keep going back at the moment. You got it?
Got it. I wouldn't recommend doing it that way, but sometimes needs must. There's no way.
Okay, so get the expert to show me how to disable the gas canisters. Never done it. Never! So see, it's rusty down here and that will fail its safety certificate if it's rusty. Yeah. Correct. It was righty, Lucy.
Are you?
They're getting cocky, these ducks now. They know we've fed them a little bit, don't they?
Hi, sweetie.
Would you like to come and have a quick look underneath? So yeah, it's not actually that much rust. There's just a bit here which isn't covered actually. So we'll scrape all this, get the what do you call it? The wire brush on it. And we'll do it in 2 halves, otherwise we're going to be left with no gas for a bit, aren't we?
Hello, you guys.
It's like we're their new mothers.
They know where the good stuff's at.
They do, yeah. Don't forget to film, because if there's an explosion and I go flying away, we got it on footage. I said to Bex, if I fall in, don't grab the life ring, grab the bloody camera. We'll be famous worldwide. We just won't be here to celebrate.
You want to be careful with them at
I'm
the
in
same
the entertainment mode, and I show-off mode. And I doubt I'm going to smurf up for that, because it's such a little area. I don't need to smurf up for it, do I? Yeah, I'll put a mask on and goggles and have the old scraping stuff all ready. Knee pads. So we're getting pretty good at this derusting process, aren't we, guys? Next, probably the worst job in the Narrowboat book of worst jobs, wire brush. Actually seems like one of the less rusty areas on the boat. So it sits beneath the gunnel? Is that the gunnel?
I'm still not convinced about this. I still think we should take that wall out. Just give ourselves more room.
My only worry would be the walking down the corridor here. You don't want like the toilet to be sticking. You don't want the toilet to be sticking out like this far, do you? Here, like half a foot out.
It's not gonna be, but yeah, no.
Hidden behind the flip-flops. Not sure if I need the marigolds for this. I might go in naked. Okay, next on to our old good friend, Aquastill. Shake this little bad boy again, haven't we? Hello, babies. What do you want? Hey? Coming to watch me do the Aquastill, eh? Don't blame them. It's the splash this time, I reckon. What's that? Hey? What are you all doing? You're going to go and jump in off the top? Eh? And this is our rust repellent. It's amazing, highly recommended, guys. It turns all that horrible rust into lovely hard rust. That's the technical term anyway. It should turn a shade of black, by what I remember. Then yeah, depending on how it looks after, you sort of add another coat and another coat. Sometimes it could take 4 to 5 coats, I think, but we've found that we've sort of just done 2 to 3 really. And it's come up great. This Aquastill is brilliant. Got a family of Furbies has finally turned up. The shipment came all the way from Japan.
This is our crap bucket, basically. There's 2 of them. So we got our vent to give it a nice bit of aeration in there. I wanted smaller ones, but they literally just don't exist. Or maybe they do, but I searched for ages and they're the smallest I could find. That'll keep you going for a little while.
These weren't the ones that cost 150 quid, are they?
No, they're just a collection bucket for your poo. It's made from recycled plastic, may I add. But if you buy the official ones online, these are 70 quid. Whereas this cost £6. And yeah, made from 100% recycled plastic. Resists high impact damage, so you'll be alright, Chris.
So if you remember, this was the hatch door that really struggled shutting, even before we'd taken the hatch door off. So this is a big moment of truth for us. All one-handed for you guys so I could film it. Do you want to be here for the grand closing of the hatches?
To shut them anyway, isn't it?
Turns out they shut really well actually. There's still a little gap, but we were pretty happy with this. Look at that grin. We've never fully shut down here. Might be something to do with the hinges. And then we've got to work out where these little locks are going to go on up here into the top and into the bottom. Because someone's just bored holes out in there and it's not very nice. Becca said there's a couple of screws in here and you can take this whole bit of wood out and you replace it with a lovely, fresh, shiny new one. Really happy with them. Still a long way to go though, but it's coming together. They were absolutely relentless, these guys. And it's the first time really we've had any sort of attention on the pontoon from any wild animals. Hello. And this was the moment Becca lost her temper with the amount of attention the ducks were giving me over the weekend. It's safe to say the ducks were very scared. So, on the topic of poo, take it away, Bex. How's the poo bucket coming on?
Seems weirdly appropriate that a bit of wood fell into some duck poo and sort of had a bit of a smear of duck poo on it. It's like really cementing the fact that it's a toilet. Just making a box and I'm going to make it look pretty.
How do you do that? You wiggle it, do you? So yeah, that's the side panel going on to our toilet. Becca and her toilet box. How do you think you've done with it all?
I've given it my best shot. It's probably not brilliant, but...
Do you want to show the viewers your t-shirt?
Not for the faint-hearted.
Okay, now turn.
What can I say? It's anatomically correct.
Hammering it down out here, but the ducks love it.